This is TVC News at 10, the edition which features flashback, a recap of stories amid headlines during the week. But first, today's news. We start off with politics, where the Bayelsa State Governorship Election Petitions Tribunal in Abuja has affirmed Douye Diri as the duly elected governor of the state. A three-member panel led by Justice Mohammed Sirajo affirmed the election of Governor Diri in three separate judgments, dismissing the three petitions filed by different political parties. Judiciary correspondent Celestina Iria reports.
A joyful day for the People's Democratic Party in Bayelsa as the Governorship Election Petitions Tribunal affirms Douye Diri as governor of Bayelsa State. The tribunal dismissed petition filed by the Alliance for Democracy, the United People's Congress and the Liberation Movement. The tribunal held that the petitioners failed to prove the allegation that Governor Diri's deputy forged his declaration of age and National Youth Service Corps discharge certificate.
Not because of the judiciary, the politicians would have since destroyed this country. How can someone who had 38 votes, when the next person had 700 and something, come to an election tribunal? We should all try to build this country, not to destroy the country. Please always advise our politicians to build, not to destroy this country.
The election tribunal, in its wisdom, having reviewed the entire objections to the petition, the case on the merits, came to the conclusion that the petition lacked merit, was an unnecessary waste of time of the court, and that on the merits, that all the materials presented could not sustain the petition.
The frivolity of the petition is such that the Nigerian legal system, or the makers of our law, the National Assembly, needs to look at the need for us to trim down on the number of political parties we have.
The candidate submitted the first certificate to INEC has been cleared by the tribunal. The certificate is not forged, it's not fake. And the issue of spelling of O to D was cleared by the tribunal. This issue has been resolved in favor of the respondent.
Of underage against the deputy governor, the court has found them not to be nothing but tissue of paper being floated for purposes of distraction.
Reacting to the judgment, the deputy governor urged an end to litigation, pleading the People's Democratic Party's readiness to listen to aggrieved members and welcome them back into the party.
After this litigation, we don't think there's any need for anybody to proceed an appeal. They should come. There's a space for everybody in the government for them to play a role and for a role to be played in the state. Bayelsa has a lot of resources that all of us can put our hands to and work to achieve progress of the state.
The Supreme Court had on 14th July dismissed the appeal filed by governorship aspirants on the platform of the People's Democratic Party in Bayelsa State, Time Alaide, challenging the emergence of Governor Douye Diri as the party's candidate in the 2019 election. Counsel to Vijay Upoma of the Liberation Movement held that the judgment dealt with the technicalities of the case and not the substance, and as such, they will be appealing the judgment. Celestina Iria, TVC News, Abuja.